One of the statements in our State of Theology survey is this: learning about theology is for pastors and scholars only. Now, when we put that statement to evangelicals, 85% of them disagreed. I find that a great response, and I find that a source of hope. And here's why. What that means is that they think theology is for them too. They don't see theology as a discipline reserved only for scholars, only for the leaders of the church and pastors, but they see it for everyone. They see it for the laity and for the folks in the pew. And I think that's a source of hope for us, because it shows us that we all have an obligation to study and learn theology. I was looking back through some of the notebooks that Dr. Sproul kept of his early lectures at the Ligonier Valley Study Center up in the hills of western Pennsylvania in the early 1970s. And one of those lectures was on studying the Bible. And right at the very beginning, he has a note that he writes, "It's not enough to read the Bible. We must study the Bible." And that's been an emphasis of Dr. Sproul's. It's been an emphasis of Ligonier Ministries, and it's been an emphasis of a number of other ministries, that Christians must be about the business of not simply reading the Bible. That's sort of where we start, but of studying the Bible, of being diligent students who apply effort in understanding the Word of God, and then pooling that teaching of the Word of God together in a systematic expression into a cohesive, cogent unit. That's theology. It's the study of God as He has revealed Himself in His Word. And it's not only a command for us, it's not only an obligation for us, it's an opportunity for us. It's something that we get to do, that we as Christians can study who God is and what He's doing in this world. And there's really nothing more important. There used to be a saying that theology was the queen of the sciences. And that was true in the academy and in the university, through the ancient world and through the medieval world. Today, theology is relegated to some subset of sociology and down in the basement, and certainly not the pinnacle of the university. We can reverse that as Christians, and we can say there's nothing more important, nothing more noble, and nothing more edifying for the people of God than the study of theology. Because the more we study who God is, that will lead us to love God, that will lead us to obey God, and ultimately that will lead us to worship God. So let's remember, everyone's a theologian, and we all have the obligation to study theology. And let's just do that. And let's make sure that we're studying our Bibles and that we're being theologians.